Hello there, cosplaying Joker today. I thought that if I was gonna make a video about cosplay, then I should probably wear cosplay. So I took the time to do all of this, and it took like 2 hours, especially the wig, because I haven't styled it in forever. So I hope it looks cute. I used this thing, whatever you call this, steamer, I think it is. Yeah, this is a steamer. It's really handy to style the wigs. So try it out. The lens flare is too strong. Anyways, this video is sponsored by me, myself, and I. My good friend Kionru asked me if I ever thought about having a YouTube channel, and I said that actually, yes, I kinda do. But it's been a year since I posted, so definitely not nice. And in the spirit of doing something super easy and quick, I wanted to share 5 simple mistakes I see many cosplayers do, so let's get right into it. Number 1 mistake is not centralizing their images in one single place. Whether it's in a folder, an app, your phone, or your computer, always make sure to keep all your references organized. As a cosplayer, you'll probably suffer from the references dilemma where every single color looks different, every single piece looks different. That's why organizing all your references in a single place helps you really visualize everything and make better decisions. It is way easier to choose which route you want to go, and it will help you plan your project well. Over the years, I've worked with so many cosplayers, and whenever I ask them to show me a photo or a reference from their character, they will Google the name of the character and choose whatever random picture shows up at the moment and make decisions based on that moment. And I think that doesn't help really well, because it's better if you put in the time and put in the effort to look at all the details and all the options. Take your time doing research and gathering full body references from the characters from different angles. Try to look for character sheets, art books, fan arts, whatever, but make sure you have good quality references so you can zoom in and see the details really clearly. Take inspiration from other cosplayers that have done the same cosplay before, or even cosplays from other characters that have the same vibe that you want your cosplay to have. It could be poses ideas, location ideas, wig styling, makeup techniques, fabric choices, you name it. Just make sure you take your time looking at references and understanding the details. That way you can visualize better how everything fits together in the whole costume, and it will be easier to break down, plan, build your cosplay, I guarantee. You can also print out your references like I did with this photo from Joker, because I wanted to have a reference of his hairstyle when I was styling this wig. All right, mistake number 2 is wearing the full costume for the first time the day of the event or photo shoot or whenever is your deadline. Instead, trying all your custom pieces multiple times and make sure they fit you well, or adjust them to your body way ahead of your deadline. Make sure everything fits well and nothing falls apart or moves around weirdly while you're moving with your costume on. Make sure to try this out, especially if your costume has a lot of accessories or hanging pieces. Do not wait for the day of the event. You're just making it harder on yourself. And for those of you who make your own costumes, I suggest put on the patterns on your body, even if they're made out of paper. Just try them on while you are making them before cutting all your fabric. You can make a mock-up if you want, but just avoid drawing the patterns and then cutting fabric directly without having a visual cue of how it will look. I think a well-fitted costume makes a huge difference on the overall look. Take this one for example. I got this costume from mecostumes.com, and when I received it, it was huge on me. Turtleneck here was really wide and it didn't frame my neck well. Also, this jacket was really wide and the pants were so short. So I tried to modify it as much as possible. I think it looks so much better now. The next mistake is also related to leaving things for last. Waiting for the deadline to test your makeup. There are several things to test when it comes to makeup. First, you have to make sure you have the right products to create the look that you are going for. You have to make sure you know how to execute the techniques that are required to achieve the look that you want. Another important thing is making sure you understand how long it will take for you to actually do the makeup that you want, which sometimes can be 1 hour, 2 hours, not even considering when you have to do things like body paint. That's a completely different story. So in addition to makeup, let's call it a 3.5 mistake. I think that the same theory applies for contact lenses. Some people can wear their contacts easily on the first time, but I've seen a lot of people struggling with it and not practicing and getting used to the feel of putting something in your eye. Sometimes it takes hours for them to get them in for the first time, and sometimes they just cannot do it. So take your time with these things and be careful, because you can definitely hurt your eyes and it's not worthy. Any cosplay, any costume, any event is worth damaging your vision. Moving on to number 4, one of those most common mistakes that cosplayers make: rush your costumes, rush your props, rush your sewing, rush your projects. We all been there. The con crunch, the lack of sleep, the burns from hot glue. Been there, done that. It's terrible. I definitely believe most of us are guilty of this. I am guilty of rushing my costumes for sure, but I think the key is to have the right expectations with ourselves and the outcome we want. If we are fine understanding that maybe I'm rushing this, but I don't expect the result to be awesome and amazing and the greatest cosplay ever, then that's okay. But if you put a lot of pressure on yourself and still rush it or start really late, then you're just making it harder for yourself. Which leads me to my last mistake, which is number 5. Watch a lot of TikToks, YouTube videos, reels, tutorials, and do absolutely nothing about it. Let me try to put my glasses on for this one, because it will make me sound smarter. I'm not. But yeah, I think there's a lot of information nowadays out there, so much that sometimes it feels overwhelming. We see so many people online sharing their work in progress photos, tutorials, tips and tricks. But all that knowledge is just theory if we don't get our hands dirty and actually jump into action and do the thing. Whether you want to learn sewing, prop making, wig styling, makeup, 3D printed, whatever it is, there's no point in putting pressure on ourselves to do something that we've never done before and that is completely new. We have no clue how to do it, and expect that we will magically get nice results without actually failing in the process. Failing is completely natural, it's normal, it's part of the process, so we just have to embrace it instead of avoiding it. And also the thing is that nobody really knows what they're doing. I think that the cosplay community has grown just by seeing other people do stuff and then trying it for ourselves. We just wing it on the way and try our best until it looks good to us. So my suggestion is just to get up and start working on the thing that you've been avoiding for so long, because maybe you're feared of not being good enough or not having the skill set to do it. And that's totally normal. We are all guilty of this, but it makes no sense to just watch other people do it and pretend that you will magically get the experience. Just go and do it. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Do you think Joker is like this bitchy and this fabulous? I don't think so. I think he's just lazy or just unbothered, uninterested. I don't know. What do you think?